How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle, and today I'll be showing you how you get hands on Darkrai, Shaymin, as well as Manaphy Phione in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. So we're going to start off with Shaymin. To get Shaymin, you need to first of all have a save file of Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield on your Nintendo Switch. That means you must have played the game at least once and have a save file on your console to be able to do this event in the game. Otherwise, it will not work. A pro tip I would say is if you have a friend that owns the game, I would just say maybe borrow their game for like an hour or so. Just make a save file of one of those games, Sword or Shield, and then you can do it. But now, as for the quest itself, now how do you get Shaymin? Well, first of all, you need to have one of those save files, so Sword or Shield. Then second, you need to have completed the game. Yes, you have to complete the post, like maybe just the main story, getting to the post credits, right? So once you finish the post credits, you can get the actual mission for it. Now, where do you go for this? Well, head back to the headquarters of the Galactic, expedition team. Go back to the headquarters, go to the mission board, and you will find a quest known as a Token of Gratitude. Once you've picked this quest up, guess what? You got to head back out again. This time, we got to go over to the Obsidian Fieldlands in particular. Now, once you get here, you will also interact with this character called Medi. Medi will give you the item needed to evolve Shaymin into Shaymin Sky as well, so just a heads up on that one. But once you've gotten that, you got to head over to the Flora Garden. Once you get here, a cutscene will start playing. You will see on the screen here, I'll be showing you footage of how to get there. But once you've gotten there, a cutscene will play, and you'll be able to catch yourself a Shaymin. Once you've caught it, you can of course give it the item, and it will of course be able to turn into Shaymin Sky. So there you go, ladies and gents. That's all you got to do for how to get Shaymin Sky. That's all you gotta do. For Darkrai, you are dealing with the same situation. All you gotta do is basically have a copy or save file of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl on your Nintendo Switch. As mentioned before, you can of course borrow someone's, but what you gotta do next is of course finish the base game. You have to be in the post game, right? You have to have completed the main story. Once you've done that, you'll be able to catch Darkrai. Now, how do you catch it? Well, go back to the Galaxy headquarters, go to the mission board, and pick up this quest called the Darksome Nightmare. The Darksome Nightmare is the name of it. This will have you talk to one of the characters who mention a weird, creepy Pokemon that's somewhere out in specifically Coronet Highlands. And this one is located at the Claymore Claw Cliffs. So if you want to get there, here's what you gotta do. Go to the Coronet Highlands. You can fly to the camp, which is the mountain camp. This area is right above the Lonely Spring, so Claymore Claw Cliff. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta make sure that it's nighttime when you go for this. Make sure it's nighttime. If it's not nighttime, you will struggle a bit. So make sure to do that. Otherwise, you will not be able to find this thing. So make sure it's nighttime, then go to Claymore Claw Cliff. You'll see here on the screen where it's located. Once you are there, you will finally be able to take on Darkrai. Pro tip when taking on Darkrai, by the way, it is really strong, just so you know. It's a very strong Pokemon. You will struggle against it, no questions about it, okay? Just be ready and go in with everything you possibly can. Have a lot of Pokeballs stocked up, because this is going to be a hard battle. Also, pro tip, the Darkrai is kind of hard to get into battle, because it keeps teleporting back and forth. Try to, line up your throw, because it only teleports between two locations. Line up your throw to be exactly when it's about to, teleport into a location. You can start timing it after a bit, and you'll realize how much you need. But there you go. That's how to get Darkrai. And finally, we have Manaphy Phione. Manaphy Phione, you also have to complete the game and get to the post game. But the difference is you do not need to have any other games. These can be caught in the game without anything. And also, they are needed for the Pokedex. Shaymin and Darkrai are not needed for the Pokedex to be completed. However, Manaphy and Phione are. So you will be needing to do this one. However, you can pick this up in the post game after you complete the main story. You go to the Galaxy headquarters, and there'll be a mission called the Seas Legend. This one will give you the task of catching 3 Pokemon, and then you'll be able to catch the Manaphy and Phione. So what do you need to catch? Well, here are the following Pokemon. First of all, you got to catch a Buizel. So make sure you get your hands on a Buizel. It'll be needed for this. You'll need a Buizel, and you'll need to have it in your party. You'll also need a Mantike, which will also be necessary in this case. And you will need an Overquill. Now, Overquill, I have a video on how to evolve your Quillfish into Overquill, but you can also find Overquills in the water itself. They'll be kind of out there. But if you have an Overquill, not a Quillfish, an Overquill, you will have the final Pokemon here. So you need these 3 Pokemon: Buizel, Overquill, and Mantike. Once you've got those 3, do the following. Once you've done that, you've got to head over to the Cobalt Coastline. By the way, this is where you can kind of catch all those 3 Pokemon that you needed: Buizel, Mantike, and Overquill. However, once you've done that, you guys know that there are these 2 giant, poles, or whatever you want to call them, these two giant, rocks that stick out of the ocean above Sans Reach. So these are right above Sans Reach. What you got to do is have those 3 Pokemon in your party and then go to these 2 rock formations and sail with Basculegion in between them. If you sailed between them, a text box will show up. Text box will say you heard something that sounded like a cry and a boulder shifting in the distance. This is essentially what opens up the ability to catch Manaphy and Phione. This will lead you to be able to catch them. Next, what you gotta do is go to the Seaside Hollow. This is the cave where they will be located. The Seaside Hollow is right at the back. It's kind of above Castaway Shore. If you follow me on the screen here, you can see exactly where I'm headed. And once you get there, you will find multiple of these Pokemon. And once you get there, you will find 1 Manaphy and 3 Phiones. Yes, 3 of them for some reason. I don't know why, but yes, you will find 3 of them. Quite a lot, I won't lie, but there you go. That's how you get all 3 of them, and that's how you get all 3 of the Pokemon. That includes Manaphy, Phione, Darkrai, and Shaymin. Thank you for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, then drop a like down below, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, and bye-bye.